So I'm in Port Harcourt and I'm visiting our dear Tashi at omugo.com. Come with me to visit.
You're welcome, Ma.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm so glad to have you here.
Thank you. It's beautiful to be here. Good evening, sir.
Thank you.
Adele, it's finally good to meet you.
Same here, Ma.
Thank you so much for having us in your office today.
Thank you so much for coming all the way. Find us.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I just have a few things to get to know about your business. What motivated you to start omugo.com?
Okay, so for me, it was very personal. It is very personal.
Yeah.
8 years ago, when I had my first child, I didn't really have that work that. So I lost my mom at the age of 10. I have a super wonderful mother in law, but she's very busy. She was a pastor, she was an engineer. She's retired now, but then she was a principal in school, so she was super busy. So I didn't really have that. Moms come and then stay here. So that was my case. Although I had help from friends, church members. So out of good intentions, they did what they felt was best, but which resulted to pick up on it. So I actually had a report of the court. And really normal Africans
Oh my God. Oh my God.
It was a terrible experience. My son even had jobs, I didn't know what it was. And people around me also didn't know what it was. So, but thankfully someone came one day to visit me. My mom was like, this boy's eyes are heavy. No, take him to the hospital, But thankfully we went when we went because they had really gone far. So we had to do phototherapy and all of that. So how do I realize that? A lot of the help we're getting during this omugo is really not all best practice. Yes, we're doing things we know how to do culturally, but we need to move forward. So a lot of women too need to also have access to the care that most of our mothers have because the century mothering everybody's busy now. So that was how omugo was perfect. So we decided to get to a community training. Best practices on how to actually do postpartum care.
This is so good. This is so good.
That is how we go.
If you are watching, omugo.com focuses on creating postpartum care for women in Africa. Yes, their primary branch right now is in Port Harcourt. But from this conversation, you begin to see expansion across the nations in Nigeria and by God's grace in Africa. So the next thing I want to ask is, in the last 6 years you have run this company, what does success to you as omugo.com mean?
Okay, so for me, success is based on 2 pillars. The first is impact, and the second income, of course, we also need to be. But then, just seeing the transformation that happens in the life of both our clients and the women that we train and engage is just so absolutely wonderful. I have a particular story that I just, 2 stories actually that are really sticks. One, the lady used to walk on the road. She got into a training process, and now she's working every 80% of the life, no longer working around. And then along the line, we've gone beyond just postpartum care, we now do elderly care, we now do child care and stuff. There was this particular one who had to, him and his entire family had to stay in the elderly because he couldn't afford to pay for an apartment. So he was taking care of the elderly. So I went and I was able to see him get his own apartment, even somebody gets business get. So these transformations are the driving force of our business.
So from what I hear you say, it's beyond just postpartum care and elderly care. It's actually creating jobs. Oh wow, this is beautiful. Because from what I hear you say, beyond the value to the clients, I also see the people who service these clients being transformed by the work that you do.
Absolutely.
And this is so beautiful. Quickly, what do you think the challenges look like with a truly good needed? What do you think the impediments for success is for your business?
For me, I feel it's societal stereotypes of being caregivers are. Yes, so
I already know too about that, so yes.
yeah. So outside Nigeria, it's a noble profession that people really admire and all. But here we still have that ancient mindset. So getting, especially younger people, to come into the care unit of the care, probably are ugly to say, so we need to do a lot in that aspect. So people value the care sector, and it's actually a huge sector, and we need it to be, because without caregivers, I don't think, if I didn't have a caregiver myself, I don't think I'll be able to live out what and be products to do. Of course, my hope for this is also absolutely totally intact. So we need them.
So do you think there are policies the government can enact that will truly strengthen the work that you do in this industry?
Absolutely. Absolutely, the government can actually enact policies that will strengthen care in general, because as we speak in Nigeria, there's actually no company for people 65 around care space, and I feel like if we are able to, and then of course, unpaid care is all about, I think people should get paid for the work. So the policy can be put in place in respect to how much they're paid, their welfare, and all of that things on outside. When people want to create
Standardization.
yes, and it's a massive space.
So I love that we're having this conversation. One of the things that we stand for in the Association of African Startups is raising entrepreneurs who will build sustainably. And that means that we understand stakeholder engagement. From hearing you say this, it means that we can begin to engage the health sector, to begin to create a subsector concerning this particular niche market that you see, and start the conversations. So you can actually begin conversations like this. Because there are businesses like you in this industry who have these same challenges, but nobody wants to create the platform. Perhaps this is something you should look at in 2025 to say, how can I begin to create a code where everybody in that care space, I'm talking about those of you who are service providers, how can we sit down, brainstorm, create action plan, then move forward to engage the sector, the ministry, department or agency responsible to enact this policy in Nigeria. Let's start with that. So that it moves from us identifying that there's a problem, we have now started at our level to be able to create standardization, and then we're moving to the stakeholders to have these conversations. You see, this is something I think we can begin to look towards in 2025. We can start like a summit, like a conference, but by all means gathering the stakeholders where necessary. With standardization, sometimes government calls you, other times you call them. I say, come and listen to what it is we're dealing with. It may take some time, but at least let action begin towards what we want to see as touching the change in the industry. So this is a few suggestions for you as touching policy. But finally, I wanted to ask, what sort of funding do you think your business will receive now that will make significant shift as touching the business?
So at the moment, I honestly, this question, I don't know if it's a mindset thing, but since we are a growing business, we don't have small businesses in us, we have growing businesses.
Yeah.
So as a growing business, I believe that at this point, probably medium funding will actually help us grow. And then as we build and as we grow, we can start looking for sales partnerships.
I love that. I love that. This is beautiful. Now on to us. How do you think we can improve our offerings to better serve you as an organization? Because ultimately what we do in TAS is we create solutions to help all our entrepreneurs. And we have done that successfully for the past 4 years. Now we're entering into stakeholder engagement. The challenges you guys face, we're taking it to the government and saying, this is the problem our entrepreneurs are facing. But from your perspective as an entrepreneur, what do you think we can do as touching our offers or offerings to better serve you?
Honestly, unbiasedly, I would say TAS has done more than enough. From the rich content of our training programs, workshops, and all that. I think it always lies on most of members to actually keep in and harness all that we've been taught. So we've done a lot in this process. So I think passions need to go back, sit with this training that we've seen, and then begin to implement them at this time. And then wherever we find challenges, of course, we have another way to come on we might just sit for advice and that's what it goes.
Thank you very much. What final words to our listeners? What's the one thing you want to say to them, both Tashians, existing Tashians, and new entrepreneurs who are watching and wondering, who are these people? What would you say to them to sort of give an overview of what Tash represents and how they can impact entrepreneurs who are there?
Okay, I would say that TAS is a family that you want to be in as an entrepreneur in Africa, not just Nigeria. For me, in terms of capacity building, I've gained a lot from that. And one quick story, TAS actually opened the door for me. You know, in 2023? Yes, that was when I went for my entrepreneurship. There was a lady in the panel, I know you know her, I can't remember her name. But maybe I said, she was like, what association do you belong to? When I said to her, she said, oh, I know just people. I said, oh, very good. So the beginning that played a role in my
wow, that's so good. That's so good.
So it's a community you want to be in, apart from the teachings. Of course, you need to network. You also get to network with other entrepreneurs, share your stories, your successes, your failures. And as a family, you always find a way to help each other. So wherever you are, East Africa, West Africa, North Africa, you need to jump on this train. It's a family need to be, honestly.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Adeze Menekugi, the founder of omugwo.com.ng. From all of us at the Association of African Startups, this is more than a proud moment for us because now we get to see our member and the great work she's doing. If you are in Port Harcourt, Nigeria, which is where we are videoing from, you can come to number 90A Aba Road if you do have need for any domestic care service, whether it's postpartum service, elderly care service, and every other service as touching care generally. Her services are professional, fully packaged to help you actually get the kind of care you need for your family and for your elderly ones. I know that there are lots of men and women across the world who are looking for care for their elderly parents who are at home. This is one professional organization you want to truly partner with to get the best care. And if you are an entrepreneur in the Association of African Startups, stay tuned. We're coming to you very soon. God bless you. And keep being active in our community so that you too can grow. Thank you so much.